And a warm welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Coming up on the program today, Kwara State Government and Labour disagree over the disbursement of the Paris Club refund to the state. Then Benue State partners with Chinese investors on sugar production. And more dust is being raised over the sacking of teachers in Kaduna State. President Muhammadu Buhari supervises the swearing-in of 7 new permanent secretaries into the Federal Civil Service today. Members of the Executive Council and family members of the new permanent secretaries witnessed the occasion held at the council chambers of the Aso Rock Villa. The permanent secretaries emerged from a process handled by the Office of the Head of Service of the Federation. Meanwhile, the President has asked the Senate to confirm the nomination of 9 resident electoral commissioners appointed for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The President's request, which is contained in a letter read on the floor by the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, is in line with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution. The nominees are Monday Udo Tom from Akwa Ibom State, Eric Olawale from Osun State, Segun Abaje from Ekiti State, and Shiro Omorogbe from Edo State. Others are from Nasarawa State. We have Yahaya Bello, Emmanuel Alex comes from Rivers State, Mohammed Mogaji and Mogaji Ibrahim comes from Gombe State, Baba Abba Yusuf is from Borno State, and Lukman Abdulrahman Ajibade is from Kwara State. And let's move to Rivers State now, where Governor Nyesom Wike has asked the federal government to scrap the excess crude account because it's not backed by law. The governor was speaking when the House of Representatives Committee on Local Content came by the government house today to inform him about the committee's request to expand the implementation of the local content law. Governor Wike explained that he never said that the controversial $1 billion should not be used to fight insurgency, but that such move should be made for the Niger Delta region, especially regarding the cleanup of Ogoni land.
What we have now was tailored to just oil and gas, but we, as a committee that have been very proactive in the last 2 years, we've done a lot of intervention, done a lot of things in the oil and gas sector that have impacted directly on Nigerians, especially contractors within that sector that were hitherto refused their right. We've given them that right, we've given them that hope.
I never said that federal government should not take money to fight Boko Haram. What I said, and I've got not to say, is that the same thing should be applied in other sensitive areas like Ogoni environmental, because it is very painful. If you agree to go to Ogoni now and you fly over it, it's very painful. Why do you come from this part of the country? They are politicizing the cleanup of that area. Each day they say they are putting it in budget. It's not fair. And if you go along that road, and that is the road that where you have refinery, where you have the free zone, where you have petrochemical, and the road cannot be done by the federal government. It's the federal government road. Nobody should. I mean, some people should not be treated as if they are not Nigerians.
Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. And let's get more on the proceedings at the Senate today. Our correspondent Linda Akigbe joins us now. Linda, can you tell us more about what happened at today's plenary, apart from the President's request for the confirmation of the resident electoral commissioners?
Are about to start. We are waiting for the EFCC chairman, who is come to defend the agency. We're still waiting. That's what's happening at the moment. And also, there is a public hearing underway right now on the Police Trust Fund bill. In the National Assembly, the Inspector General of Police is here, and the bill is expected to create an environment for more finances, for financing the police force, to make the police force more effective. So these are the happenings in the National Assembly, in the Senate at this time.
Was there any talk about the 2018 budget, or is that over and done with?
No, there wasn't any talk per se at plenary, but like I said, budget defense sessions are ongoing. We're waiting for one to start. It's a process that would continue to run for months, for as long as it takes for the National Assembly, both chambers, to conclude work on the budget. So it's something we're going to continue to hear into the new year.
Okay, thank you so much, our correspondent Linda Akiri, for speaking with us on the program. Now let's move to Kwara State, where the government has promised to make good use of the Paris Club funds from the federal government. Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed explained that the funds are not meant to pay salary arrears of local government employees in response to the demands that Norgay has the right to expect money to cover salary arrears of their workers.
In Kwara State, the governor, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, is clearing the air over the use of the Paris Club funds disbursed by the federal government as it relates to the local governments in Kwara who want a piece of the pie.
The local governments do not have a share in the Paris Club funding. The Paris Club is a refund of funds the state paid twice to some of the loans it collected. And the federal government is now refunding the states to the local governments what out of our own magnanimity, because the monies are not free money. It is the state money which the state is collecting back.
This isn't going down well with the Kwara State chapter of the Nigeria Union of Local Government Employees, NOLGI, at their secretariat in Ilorin. A meeting is hurriedly convened, as the union has directed its state chapters to demand payment of salary arrears of local government workers from the Paris Club Fund.
Paris Club reform. The second section, deliberately extensively on positions of Kwara State government on appropriation of Paris Club reform to budget and establish two facts as regard the Paris Club reform. Firstly, that the local government was one of the contributors to the repayment of Paris Club loan. By this, local government is a bona fide member from the refund of the overpayment. Secondly, other states of the Federation are declaring certain percentage in favor of local government. Why should Kwara be in an exception?
The state government made no bones about it, that the Paris Club Fund is not an entitlement of the local government to expect payment of salary arrears. It's now left to be seen how this issue will be resolved if the state government sticks to its guns.
Let's go to Enugu State now, where the Board of Internal Revenue has sealed off 5 companies with plans to shut down more for alleged non-remittance of tax totaling 6.6 billion naira. According to the state chairman of the Revenue Board, Mr. Emeka Odo, the action is coming after several warnings were issued to the organization to pay out the debt owed between 2006 and now. He said any companies sealed will remain so until all payments are made.
We've written several demand notices to these institutions that are not paying. We've also written reminders to them, and we have not received cooperation from them. And by early this week, yesterday, we received approval from our board that this issue should be closed down, sealed, until they pay the monies they're owing. The sealing of the institutions and the hotels are backed by a court order from the Enugu State High Court. And the hotels will remain sealed until they pay the money they're owing the state government.
And coming up on the program, the governor of Cross River State inspects ongoing projects. I'll give you more details about that and other stories, so join us again.